Arriba la patrona Addison Ray. Arriba los jotos. Happy Pride. Happy Pride. Okay, when I say like jotos, jotas, whatever, I know like the word, it just means like gay people. For me, in my world, in Manny Rico's world, I feel like it encompasses everyone. I don't know. It's kind of like a silly word. There is this funny story that my brothers, I have two brothers, which it kind of like explains like, well, not explains, but I have 5 sisters, and 2 of my brothers I'm not very close, but there's this story where they were with their friends, and they're both very close because they're closer to age than I am with them, and they're also straight, and they're both into soccer. They're pretty much like the same person, just like, you know, one is like 2 years older, but so they were outside, they were playing, and someone was coming with them, and they were like, "¿A dónde vas, Jotito?" And like, they would crack up, like they would laugh. That was like their, you know, like their 3 p.m. number. Like they would always tell this story, and I would just giggle. But knowing what the word means, and knowing like what it is, and like growing up being one, and like hearing it used as a slur towards someone else that's not even. Well, also, I didn't. Wait. I forgot to mention that my brothers were the ones that said the slur. They were okay. Wait, I kind of forgot that too. They were the ones that said the slur in this story. So I was kind of giving them the pass to say it, like when they would, because for me, I laugh at shit like that. I don't get offended over being called gay or like being called tito or whatever, because yes, like I am one, like there's nothing to be ashamed of, like it's not, you know, like I don't care, like it's 2025, you can call me a faggot if you want, like I genuinely don't give a fuck, like I am one. Like what? Like I am one. So obviously it's kind of like, it's the same way where we're kind of taking back the word. Like when certain people say that they can say the T word, their excuse will always be like, well, trans people say it. Yeah, bitch, because they can say it. It's kind of like the same for black people saying the N-word. Yes, because they're black. Like I cannot tell you how many times I've had to like explain or like tell someone that's not black, primarily like a Mexican person from my family, or like just someone that I hear or see or whatever, I always like call them out, because one it's like very disrespectful, and 2, I think it's very like hypocrite of me to like, you know, just let it slide, and like it's very uncalled for, because like you're not black. Second of all, there are so many other words that Mexicans especially can use instead of that word. So instead of you using your own culture and you know, tapping into your Mexican, you know, heritage and like the language or whatever, you're just going to take someone else's word that was used against them for slavery. Like, you know, like maybe like also not too much, because literally Trump today on Sunday, he literally sent like the ICE troops, I don't know what they're called, but he sent the ICE to LA. So please stay safe. I like, get on your phone and look up everyone's stories, because they're telling you like low-key everything you need to know will be up on stories of like what streets to avoid and whatever. But please stay safe. We really need to stick together during this time, especially during Pride, when we go to like the prides, because I just know that we're going to be met with so much, like there's going to be other protests. I just feel it, like I just feel it in my bones. So we have to stay prepared. Also, I love interacting, like I'm the type of bitch that if I get I'm sorry. Welcome to Memento Vivire with Manny Rico. I am your host. I have a very bad thing where I'll just talk, and like there's a structure, there is a script to this. I have to also new ring. Look, I learned how to scream, remember? So now I can like Bien jotito. But okay, so this ring, did I show you last week? I got this last week. I don't think I showed you last week. Did I show you last week? I don't know. But new pride ring, get fucked. I probably did show you this last week. This is how bad my memory is. And it's like, I'm not upset over it because I think I will remember what needs to be remembered. But if I don't, I journal a lot and I take a lot of pictures. I'm okay. But I am like very excited to just forget what I don't need, I suppose. I don't know if this is good, but it hasn't brought a lot of trauma back, so maybe it is good. I don't remember much of my childhood, like most of my childhood. I don't, like up until I like and up until I masturbated for the first time with a TV remote. That's how much away my brothers were. That is how much away my brothers were. They were like, no, like we can say the slur, but we're not gonna teach it. Like we're not gonna let him know about masturbation because, oh my god, because masturbation was forbidden, or pardon me, is forbidden in the church. Like it's on the Bible where you cannot masturbate, and it's a little bit interesting because one, I feel like that is one of the ways that you like discover how you like to be touched or how you want to be touched. One, for yourself, like how you want to touch yourself and how you want others to touch you. I think that's very beautiful. Two, I think this stems from men controlling women because obviously one, if all of these wives would learn how to masturbate and would like recognize their own freedom, they would leave these husbands because they're in so much control in that religion. So they're like, no masturbation, which is very interesting because it's like, there are also like no birthdays. I don't know. It's just too much going on that I don't love. But basically like no masturbation. It's like, okay. Then it's like no gay people. It's like, okay, like you hate me. And it's like, what's next? Like you can't vote. Oh yeah, you can't vote because you're a religion. You only believe in God. It's a make-believe wizard in the sky. Which honestly, I am very grateful that we don't vote because I do think that it would lean towards the conservative side. So maybe let's not push their political agenda. I suppose, like, okay, whatever. Also, there is this house, one of my neighbors is getting their house renovated. So their house is empty. There's no one living in this house. And their garden is just overgrowing. So I took some flowers because one, I love these flowers. My mom has like so many of these and they always just like love. And basically I was just like, like nothing will happen if I just grab like 4 or 5. Like it's so many bushes, like there's so many, and also like no one lives here. Like the house is empty, like it's getting renovated. Well, someone ran into them. Like someone ran into their basement is like under their house. So someone ran into their basement, which luckily wasn't their living room or they would have been. But R.I.P. They didn't die, but like R.I.P. Those flowers, you know, they're not dead, but like, you know, but they look so pretty. I love. Speaking of loving, 2 things I've been loving: Addison Rae's new album, I Don't Give a Fuck. Love. And we're going to rate it. We're going to go to my favorite song. Like, I open the album. What song am I going to click on next? Oh, click on first. Sorry.
Bite of the Big Apple.
New York, it's like, it's so good. I just love. After that song, we're going to go to, okay, Money Is Everything is a really, okay, I'm going to talk about like the tracks that weren't released as singles. Money Is Everything, I love. it's not my like go-to, you know, like if it plays, it play, like there's no skips in this album. I'm sorry, but there's no skips. I'm just going through my list. Lost and Found, I kind of have to hear them. Oh, that's the Summer Forever is it's the most like she texted Lana Del Rey, LOL faggot, put her clit on the mic and hit record. Like she did a line of coke. She literally she sold some coke in Miami. She she I just hearing music that like kind of moves you. Like I don't know if it's just me being gay. Like I think okay, you probably do need to be gay to enjoy some Addison Rae music. Like I'm sorry, you just gotta take it in the butt at times. But I just have this like sense of just content with her music because I know that this bitch genuinely like feels this. Like she like this is what I mean when I need passion. Like when no matter if it looks mediocre, no matter if it sounds mediocre, but if you're giving your 200%, I just, like, I feel like this is what, like, bitches felt when Madonna was coming up. Like, this is what you felt, and I will protect Addison Rae the same way that you protect Madonna, like, okay, like not to like I do think that artists now I kind of have like a formula or they kind of have like something to like put on the mood board, you know. Madonna is the mood, like we're that's not, you know, there's, you know, don't want to get your pennies in a bunch. I know how y'all get, but like you just gotta be gay. Like, you just gotta sniff some poppers, put a butt plug in, and play Addison Rae. Okay, so after Addison Rae, I have really been into... Okay, obviously, Euro Trash by Isabella Love Story. Potita Boutique. I think feeling... Music is frequency, and what you listen to is what you will feel. Like, I'm an Aquarius, so I can vibe with anything. Like, I love. Like, I'm a very good adapter. Like, I'll just, you know, like, whatever the moon phase is, which June 11th is the new moon. It's the strawberry moon, because it's going to be a little bit tinted. I love strawberries that help you grow your hair. I'm not like a strawberry ice cream fan. My sister is. Strawberry ice cream, I love her. But not me. I had ice cream yesterday. I had ice cream with Bae. We had oatmeal raisin cookie ice cream from Sweet Cow. Sorry. We had oatmeal raisin cookie ice cream. Yummy! Okay, wait. I like my ice cream with textures. Like, I would love a Rocky Road. It's just too much sugar, too much sweet. Like, I'm not a big, like, overly sweet person. Oatmeal raisin, okay, it would have really killed me. Like, it would have just, I could have died if it had chunks of oatmeal cookie. Oatmeal cookie ice cream with oatmeal cookie chunks. Like, please. We were also thinking of, like, ordering crumble. I've never had crumble. I'm sorry, but I'm a strong believer in not going to like a tech store to buy cookies. Like, why does crumble feel like a tech store? It's kind of like the same vibe as a dispo. Like, why did we go for a tech vibe like layout? Like, I don't want to go to a computer store to order, you know, 700,000 calorie cookie. Like, also, I'm not going to finish this cookie. I'm not going to finish all of these cookies. I don't even have milk. Like, this is how far away I am from, like, inhaling cookies. Like, I'm not a big cookie girl. Like, Cookie Monster, this cookie is on quarantine. Like, literally, this cookie is on quarantine. I'm not, like, no. Well, okay, like, eating cookie. Eating cookies, like, no. do love an oatmeal cookie. That's my favorite cookie. My other favorite cookie is the Ben and the no the it's like Ben and something cookie, but it's like a big fat cookie, and it's like the vegan one. Mwah! They have an oatmeal one, but that's not my favorite. I like the complete one, which is like yummy. I don't know what that means. It just says complete. Okay, whatever that means. Something else that I've been obsessed with is La Más Draga. The last season that I watched with Juana. Sorry. Juana, oh my god, there is just this drag queen named Juana from Mexico. So it's just drag show in Mexico that airs on YouTube. That's amazing, so good. It just like my identity of like being Mexican American is like, it's very bizarre because I'm just filled with knowledge at all times. Like, oh, what did the indigenous people in America did from my ancestors? What did the indigenous people in Mexico did from? What did the fucking Spanish did from my ancestors? Like, it's just, and like, there's so much gayness in Mexico. Okay, the more, I'm very ignorant on this shit, but like the more and the more and the more and the more that I learn, the more the more and 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 the more. Do you know what song of the it's this Mexican Spanish song where it's like it's this like TikTok song where it's like, if you know, I'm sorry, like I don't know what it's called, like I'm like bad. Anyways, so the more that I learn about Mexico, the more that it's like it's just like like I really like hate growing up in America because I miss on so much culture in Mexico that I would have like it's just like the colors, the animals, it's so surreal. Like it's surrealismo, surrealism. Hey Siri, how do you say surrealism in Spanish? No.
In Spanish, surrealism is
surrealism. See, this is my Spanish English brain. I learned English first and then I learned Spanish. But while I was learning English first, I was also learning how to read in Spanish. And as I was reading in Spanish, I was also learning how to read in English. So it was like English, like talking English, learning English, but then also talking Spanish, learning English, but also reading English, but then also reading Spanish. And it was like church in Spanish, but school in English, but home in Spanish, but friends in English, but siblings in English, but friends in Spanish, but church in Spanish, but even it was just like a lot of English and Spanish. And I'm very grateful because it allowed me to like switch while I'm talking or thinking or while I'm reading. I can translate movies in English as they're speaking and like tell you what they're saying in Spanish. Wow. That's very nice. What's not very nice is missing out on, everything like Dia de los Muertos, Los Tres Magos, Los Tres Reyes, like quinceañera, me being like Taco Bell, Chipotle, just like the most white, like what white people think Mexico is, but like, you know what I mean, like, you don't get that, like, no es lo mismo, especially Colorado. It could have been California, it could have been, just like Baja Cali, like, it could have been in that, Texas, well, no, I'm very grateful. Thank you. I'm very grateful. Colorado is mwah. But also today I learned that the gay governor, he sent Trump like people's tax immigrants tax documents, because it's not just anyone, it specifically is immigrants tax like paper so they can find them. And like one, it's like, okay, well, one, this is a sanctuary state, and two, like, I kind of gagged. Like, I gagged because he's like very, okay. So then also Trump was like, well, you either do this and you have to stop giving help for the immigrants and for the homeless, and because since it's a sanctuary, there are organizations that help all minorities with food and whatever they need. And Trump was like, you shut this down or we will they will do something to Colorado. I don't know what it was, but it was something like very like, we need this or like else. So he's like, what Trump is doing is just like creating a habitat that's awful for minorities to live in, especially trans people, especially immigrants, especially black, like just everyone that's not rich and white, basically. And so one, we either can like, I'm an Aquarius, so I just think ahead. Like, I always think about the future, the solution. Like, I'm not the type of bitch that likes to just, like, sit and, like, not think about what to do. Like, I overthink a lot. So, we can either move. I had this conversation. It's like, Mexico sounds beautiful. I'm down to live there. I'm down. I'm down to go. Like, I don't care. We protest, which is like, yes. Sometimes I get a little bit shy. Okay, Miley Cyrus is like, mwah. Her new album, mwah. I haven't listened to it again. It's not because I didn't like it. I just think I'm in a different, like, I just need some, like, I'm in June, like, I need to just, you know, like, I like to vibe, I want to feel happy. Maybe, okay, actually, I take that back. I'm going to listen to Miley's new album again after this, because I did like the album, I just didn't know what vibe I was going for. But anyways, I think when we protest, it's very beautiful. Sometimes I don't have the courage for that, and I think it's something we need to talk about, because it's a very courageous thing to stand up and, like, you know, go with the crowd, and you're opening risk of, like, the government just like messing with you in ways of, like, either taking away, you know, deporting you, or like taking away your, like, college stuff, or like whatever it is. It's like, okay, it's very selfish to think that way, because one, you have to think as a whole. Like, we're fighting for a whole, like, the community. We need to protect the dolls by protesting for the dolls. We need to stop these ICE raids by protesting with the, you know, the chinga la migra. So it's just like, we have to protest for these things, correct? I did not grow up in a political household. Our politics were God. Like, we could talk about politics on the table because we can talk about God on the table. My parents are very religious. That was their God. Like, that was their president. That is everything, you know. So I am not a very political minded I didn't grow up politically minded, because it was taught that only God should be the governor, or Jesus. So, well, like, Jesus is political. Like, that's why he died, because he was an activist. Like, he was fighting for, yes, he was talking about, like, the Bible or whatever the fuck, but mostly why he was killed was because he was going against their taxes. He was waking bitches up being like, they're stealing your money, or like whatever the fuck they were doing. But he, like, did something to their system where he woke them up. And so basically that's why Greta Thunberg is my Jesus, because she's going to Palestine right now, where she's sending a ship with a bunch of stuff. My memory is bad, but I'm just giving you the gist. And she tried this before, but they stopped her. They literally tried to kill her. She could have died. My Jesus could have died. And it's just like, 12 people on this ship have had more courage than what, like, billions of people have been able to do. So when I'm like, I'm scared to get deported, or I'm scared that they're going to take me to jail because I don't, like, you know, you just sound a little bit selfish when Greta fucking Thunberg is in the ocean, like, with the ship, like, going to God. Like, it's like, we really have to take ourselves out and look at the situation and be like, you know what, okay, I might not be able to go to every protest, but I will start talking about this on my story. I will start at least enlightening myself on what is going on. Is how I started waking my mind up politically. I had a conversation with this lady who woke me up politically. Like, we really have to be political. Like, remember Gigi Good in RuPaul's Drag Race season 12, the political challenge, which Jada Essence fucking sorry, I keep screaming in this episode. I'm so sorry if you're wearing headphones. I love Jada Essence Hall. I love season 12. Fuck Sherry Pie. But in the challenge where it was like a debate, it was a political debate, Gigi Good was like, oh, like, I'm not political, like, I don't see the point, blah, 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 blah. That was the first time where I had seen someone, like, you know, express that, and then I, like, was like, okay, like, you sound kind of stupid, like, you sound kind of ignorant, like, one, Gigi Good is a white person, so, like, that's kind of crazy to me, like, that's a lot of privilege, but also, that is why, like, when we have it easy, when we have a certain level of privilege, we don't see the importance of fighting, which is probably what's kind of like in my case, where one, Colorado is a bubble. I've always been outwardly gay in school and not necessarily bullied by teachers or like people. I did not give a fuck about other classmates because you're literally like I'm an Aquarius. Like, I think everyone is like, you know, looking at me like, you know, they're intimidated. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I just think that everyone kind of wants to be me. Like, sorry. I'm also, my mind is a very interesting place because I will think that way, but then I also will be like very insecure and shy and like not be able to go up to bitches. But growing up in Colorado, teachers or like adults, they would never really like push me away or like tell me not to be flamboyant other than like my family. But that was just like at home. Like at school, I was the faggot. I was the prime faggot. Like, I was breaking bitches up left and right. Like, my name's Ariana Grande. Like, mwah. So I was just like, I don't give a fuck. But when you grow up and you realize your privilege and you realize what people have fought for you to enjoy what you're doing, to be on season 12 doing your makeup, like, we can very easily go backwards because 100 years is not that. That's just one person away. Like, we can very easily. We are. If you haven't looked around, we are very much easily going back. Not just on gay people being able to be married, but in so many things, especially affecting women, especially affecting minorities. Like, bebé, levántate, despiértate, y tienes que. That sounds so white. I like. Sometimes, like, I get very, again, insecurities. I get very insecure about, like, talking in Spanish, or, like, sometimes even talking in English. Sometimes talking in general. Like, I get, okay, I'm gonna share my deepest, darkest secret with you. I feel like I'm a bit too much to people, like, not, obviously, like, with my friends, like, Joss and Rushy, like, my besties, like, mwah, or, like, people that have known me for a long time, I love, but, like, meeting new people, or, like, strangers, like, especially in this new moon, June 11th, the strawberry moon, it's, like, for Aquarius, it's, like, social butterfly, like, you're a social butterfly, whatever, very interesting to me, because I wouldn't consider myself a social butterfly. I would say I'm like a social moth. I'm a social moth. Like, being a social moth is basically like you're social when like the light is out, and then you kind of have to come back in, recharge, be by yourself, but then you're out, and then you're like, but then you're back in, and then you're out, and then bitches are kind of annoyed by it. Like, I always think that bitches are annoyed by me, but I'm always like, I don't care. Like, when I don't care too. Yes, I think, okay, I haven't been watching, I watched yesterday, for the first time in ever, like, 3 episodes of the last season of Georgia and Jenny. Ooh, what a rock with Jenny! I was watching like the last episode, and Max, I had never felt, I didn't say it out loud because that's crazy, but I had never felt more identified with Max. And like the way that my mind kind of works that way, and also in the way that like I always feel like I'm getting left out. And it's like, I'm probably not, I probably am, and I have been, because this all, okay, you want to know something crazy where this all stems from? Getting homeschooled. And that's why I can't get past anything. That's why I can't fucking let go of anything. And that's why I'm a social moth, because of I was homeschooled. Homeschooled was like my dark closet for the moth. I was a social butterfly, but then I got turned into a social moth. And I was just like, homeschooling does a number on you. Like, it really affects how you can interact with people. It really affects, for me, it affected my level of small talk. Like, I don't really like small talk. Like, if I'll just say, hey, how are you? I'll acknowledge. I think it's very respectful, and I've always been taught this, to acknowledge whoever walks in. You know, when you walk in, acknowledge your whatever it is. But I'm not going to ask, like, I'm not going to small talk. I'm sorry. Like, either tell me what makes you happy about life, or show me your favorite song. Like, you know, like, I love, even if it's like, I love anyone's like thing on what makes them love life. Like, I want to hear what makes you love life. Sometimes I don't have a reason, so that's why I like to know other people's reasons. And then it makes me realize, oh, like, the things that I don't even think about, other people's are like, that's my main reason. And it's like, oh, that's very beautiful. But Maxine, I love her. Okay, the show is very interesting. I was very like into it. Like, there was a lot of characters. Also, him drinking that bottle in the whole day at the school, and like with them in the show, and the parents did not even smell a whiff. Not a whiff of vodka, but once she mentioned it, oh, now I can smell. Okay, but it's also, I don't bring that up because it's a show. Like, let's not break the magic. Like, this is magic. We just have to let it flow, and we have to pretend. And it amazes me how our mind can allow shows to feel and like almost feel so real when it's not. Like, it's not. Like, it's at all, it's not. So then I'm like, okay, like, I can do that with my life. I think that can cause a lot of problems, because that might be a little bit like insanely delusional, but what is there to lose? Like, if your life is a movie, and I'm always on set, Pink Ferragamo's set, I just think that we should think of our life as a movie. I know you've probably heard this quote on Pinterest, but it's like, everything is for the plot, or whatever the fuck. You probably never heard that on Pinterest, but it's basically like, yeah, like, our life should be a movie, and we should kind of like whatever we're feeling, not like hone it and make it our, like, this is what I'm feeling, this is reality. Because what did RuPaul say? Your feelings are not real. So it's like, just feel something new, feel something different. I just feel something different. And I'm kind of inspired, because I feel like hearing people's like what they love about life will like just inspire yourself. And there's this podcast that I love where she asks the same 7 questions like the same time, and they're very like beautiful questions just about that. I need to re-listen to that podcast, because it really like shaped me like differently in my mind. I think like growing up, what's very beautiful to me is having this relationship with myself. I think, you know, we should date because we should realize what we want in relationships, or what we want, whatever the fuck. Most importantly for me, it might be because I'm an Aquarius, is my relationship with myself. Like, I can genuinely be myself like every single day. I will get sad and like, I'm like so sad, like I literally like, I'm about to throw up. I feel so nervous, like I just want to be in bed, like I feel so sad, like I'm so alone, like blah blah blah. But that's just like for a night. And then after that, I'm like, oh, like I don't need people. But then like you do see the people and then you're like, wow, I do need people. That's just my mind. Anyways, I think it's very beautiful to like nurture and like make this relationship with yourself while you're still in a relationship, because we should never lose ourselves for a person. One, like, that's kind of crazy to me. Like, I have hard sit downs with me. Well, not sit downs. It's usually when I'm like doing everything. Like I just talk to myself, literally like I am right now, because I was homeschooled. This all stems back from being homeschooled. I love being by myself because I was by myself for so long. I just love it. Anyway, well, also like being a kid, like having siblings that are much older than you, but also like your parents not letting you be friends with outside kids. It's kind of just like you just built your this relationship with yourself. And so the biggest thing for me when I was in my last two, because I don't like, I'm still 22, like girl, like live, laugh, and love. But something that I've realized about myself is that I was kind of like, I would always like just let myself go and like I don't know. I think I just feel so much, and I'm a Scorpio moon and Scorpio rising, so I just feel a lot of emotions intensely, and I'm learning how to like not let them like consume me or let them like, you know, just display so much, because I feel like at times it can be a lot. And I am never one to like, you know, stray from feeling or stray from showing my emotions, because it's like, bitch, I don't give a fuck. Like, it's gonna show if you can hang, and if you can't hang, then you can't. Like, I pride myself, and it might not be good, but whenever I like someone, like I currently kind of still do this at times. I'll like just try to like see how far I can push my annoyance, because I want to see if you actually fuck with me. Like, I want to see if like me being insecure kind of like makes me not even think about like my body. Like I don't care if you like my body. I care if you like how my personality, like how much I talk, or like, you know, if you find me annoying, or like I've been told that like I'm always kind of like happy or like nice or whatever, and it's like, yeah, like that's kind of like my character, like that's who I am, like that's kind of like the person that like I just have a lot to say. I have a lot of thoughts, and I like to express them, and I like, you know, so I feel like when you find the person that can like is a great listener, or like can like stick with it and like hang on, it's like, okay, like that's lit. But then you also have to like nurture yourself, like figure out like what you're into, like what your hobbies are, what is your first love. So like this week, and like these past 2 weeks, I've really my first love is drawing. Like, love to draw. I remember my dad wanted me to play soccer, and I drew this rhino that I put on my wall. It was like shaded. It was like, it was a rhino. Like, I love a rhino. And it also like nature. I've always been inspired by nature, especially these past 2 weeks. Like, nature is very beautiful because I think it shows us, one, I believe that we're nature. Two, it shows that we're in this growth of like nature, and it always just happens. It always just happens. There is a beautiful flow to life, the same way of our body, our liver, our kidneys, our heart, our blood, everything just always just magically just smoothly works. And that's what growing a flower is like. That's what a tree is, whatever. So I've been just viewing myself as that, and I've been viewing my creative process as that, and I've just been like going on paper, and like the sketch kind of just like, look, like, let me show you. I've also, okay, I'll show you the color ones, because I've been doing a lot of stuff with color. So like this, I'm inspired by La Virgen de Guadalupe, especially because not having like a religion that I was passionate about growing up, or like anything pretty to look at, creating these things like, or like creating my own Virgen de Guadalupe, which is like flowers, nature, birds. I think that's lit. Also, like, look at this one, like he's laying on an egg. Well, everything is, they're like not gendered, but like, you know what I mean. And then this one, there are three hummingbirds resembling me and my two brothers. They're two of the birds, the bigger ones that are my brothers, are eating from the same flower because they're always together. And I'm a little bit on the edge, because I'm always kind of doing my own thing. I've always kind of done my own little cute little thing. This I did today in the morning and a little bit last night, but I finished, I did more of it today. They're on the flowers, floating, and there's trees that kind of resemble these garden flowers that are just very small. But then they go into the mountain and the shape of the mountain. It's just lit to let yourself let your mind go freely. And I used to always just draw faces, but there's something so freeing about just nature. I've also been inspired by the surrealism of Mexico. Just everything I love I've been going today. I went on a beautiful walk. I dropped a joint on the lake. I didn't cry. It's fine. I try not to make big deals out of that because okay, drugs are a very interesting topic to me because I have addictive genes, right? And so I did a tarot reading in France as well where it was girl, drugs are not we really gotta be careful. So I'm my heart is beating just thinking of that, because I know. And so hard drugs just really scare me. But weed, I need to know what you think. Wait, okay, I low-key need to know what you're listening to because I'm working on my June playlist and love Addison Rae, obvio bebe. Pero I've also been into Belinda, Paulina Rubio, Thalia. I've just been into so many things, but I need to know what you've been into, and I need to know, I forgot what other thing. Anyways, I love you so much. Bye.